Going over to the political part podcast, you have a court upholding Biden's plea deal with 9/11 terrorists so they could, of course, avoid the death penalty. Which, yeah, why did Biden do that again? I don't know. Maybe it's one of his handlers. It's hard to find logic in many, if any, of his decisions past couple of years, but that's just me. Now, this comes to us thanks to X, and we'll go through a couple of top articles here. But quick little summary of the situation. They say, quote, a military appeals court has upheld plea deals for Khalid Shakil Mohammed and two other defendants involved in the 9/11 attacks, overruling Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's attempt to rescind them. The plea deals, initially agreed upon under Biden administration, will allow the defendants to plead guilty and avoid the death penalty, sparking significant debate over the justice for the victims of the 2001 attacks. And yeah, of all the instances where I would think a majority of Americans would say, oh, death penalty is absolutely appropriate in this instance, I would think this would be one of them. I mean, not only the people who died directly on 9/11, we had all the service, all the men and women who died overseas, the whole fiasco, the multi-trillion-dollar debacle of the U.S. getting involved in the Middle East, all of that, and these guys will get, presumably now they're going to get paid food, medical care, room and board for the rest of their lives, instead of, being accelerated to their final judgment day. Which, let me know in the comments, I feel like the majority of Americans, again, would say, yeah, they deserve the death penalty. Now, one of the first takes, or rather reactions to this, comes from Libs TikTok, and she says, quote, Biden cuts deals with the 9/11 masterminds to spare their lives. Public backlash is so intense that his own defense secretary then tried to overturn it, which, saying something. A court just ruled to uphold the plea deals. The terrorists will not receive the death penalty. Got 7.2 thousand likes. There you can see the Twin Towers from back in the day. Got some and wokeness saying, quote, breaking Biden's original plea deal with the 9/11 masterminds now effect following court ruling. Their lives will be spared. Dive into some of the comments with end wokeness really quick here. One of the first ones comes from Paul Zupa saying, quote, Joe Biden is a terrorist sympathizer who dishonored the victims of 9/11. He's also the worst POTUS in U.S. history and a total traitor, getting 552 likes, which, again, I didn't really care for any of Jimmy Carter's policies, though part of me is happy that he lived long enough to see that he was not the worst president in U.S. history. And he did do some good for habitat humanity, so I do appreciate that contribution. But yeah, in terms of it's hard to think who was the worst president in U.S. history. I mean, I'm limiting the comments. I mean, I know there could be arguments made, but still. Arthur Eagleman says, quote, second inning, 247 likes. Going down more and more, you have Huge Valley saying, quote, how the hell can the masterminds behind the biggest terrorist attack in American history, who took the lives of thousands of innocent people, be spared? What the hell is Biden thinking? Gave 137 likes, which, let me know in the comments. Do you think, because again, we all know Biden isn't as sharp as he used to be. Do you think he really coherently made these decisions himself? Or did someone around him, or his handlers, or someone in his administration, did they really do it? I mean, that's another thing I really debate. I mean, this is going to be, we'll hear stories about this for years. Like, how many decisions did Biden actually make himself versus the people surrounding him? Going down more and more. El Guapo Speaks says, quote, we're almost at the end of an era. And it's all the DEI hires in the Biden administration getting 62 likes. And a lot of people are talking about the job creations that were kind of randomly with Biden compared to Trump. A lot of people saying the media is the enemy of the people, doing countdowns till Trump's in office. But yes, I suppose part of me is flabbergasted, but in all seriousness, I don't think I'm too surprised. Because again, I mean, there's a temporary injunction, the courts, temporarily trying to hold it off. And of course, now they're going to get, free room and board and healthcare and all that kind of stuff for the rest of their lives. You and I have to pay for all that. But no, terrorists get that for free. For really. That is Biden's America. Let me know, are you surprised by this result? Do you think Trump will try to do anything? Again, the courts have ruled. I'm not sure what can be done at this time. But let me know your thoughts, because as always, it'll be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.